Listener, I'm so honored to be able to show up. And I never thought that I would show up at a time like this. Sometimes I'm confessing that when you let go of the outcome, when you realize the things you should have been doing all along, but never take anything for granted. Never take anything for granted when it comes to breaking your patterns, breaking cycles that create disappointment. Sometimes it's easy for others to break, patterns that are not good for us. And for some others, it's hard. Some people, it's easy to break cycles. And for others, it's hard. There's patterns and then there's cycles. I don't want you to hold yourself back. I don't want you to be codependent on waiting for a type of support that makes you feel whole, that makes you feel seen, that makes you feel a sense of self-worth, kind of like a boost. I don't want you to wait for that because you already have it inside of you. So whatever you can identify that is preventing you from thriving, or preventing you from having a clear mind. And don't mind me, literally when I record, my body naturally yawns, and that just lets me know that the energies, the frequencies are very strong. Some of you may need to clear out your energy. Others of you need to detox. Okay. You need to detox. Fill in the blank of what you need to detox. Okay. Some of you need to detox the pattern of I can't. Some of you need to detox the thought pattern of I'm not good enough. Some of you are holding on to a person that you need to let go. Some of you are holding on to more than one person, and you're not even holding on to yourself. So this is more so of a realization for you. I have not been in this space in 3 years. Where I reside, when I first moved here, I would go to sleep and leave a message. I would wake up and leave a message for you guys. Sometimes I would wake up out the middle of my sleep and deliver a message. And I woke up from a nap after watching a show that I enjoy. And I didn't even realize that my body took its own nap, right? And so I awakened, and immediately that drive and then the download that I received, it's like, wow, I feel, it's like I'm back, but it's a new version. Now I can identify the things that were holding me back within myself, people, places, and things. I'm able to identify the patterns that I should have broken, but I chose not to. And now I'm committed to doing that. I'm aware of cycles. And that's what I awakened to, listener. It was in regards to cycles. because normally when I'm in this space, and when I say space, like a head space, like, or it just feels like, life isn't perfect, but life, you know, it is in my life is in a, when I get to this place where, I am aware that, my current life is not perfect, but it's a place where I am in control of mastering, of being able to get through where I am in life. And, I know what to do, but I'm taking my time, not procrastinating, but taking my time because I am, one person and I don't want burnout. So the fact that now it's like normally when I get into this place, this space, I either go back into the same pattern or the same cycle, and I already will know the outcome, but I'll go back, because it feels right, whether it's people, places, or things. Okay. And so when I awakened, I was just like, I want to know how life is by breaking certain patterns, by breaking these cycles that I am familiar with, I am aware of. It's like, it's time for a new. And I don't want any of you in the collective to hold yourself back. I don't want you to no longer hold yourself back. I don't want you to no longer be afraid of you. Okay? Here in the SGL community, we support each other. We may not be on the same level. We may not be on the same phase. But the fact that we are on a healing journey, an ongoing healing journey. And, when it comes to self-development and self-love and self-improvement, and then when it comes to our interpersonal life, dealing with other people, it's so many areas that I don't want any of you in the collective to feel like you are alone. Now, there are some things when, your path shifts or when you close out an experience to enter into a new one, you are not alone. And I don't ever want any of you to feel like you're alone. Especially when there's some experiences that you have to go through alone, but you have a safe space to come to motivate you to thrive, to motivate you to persevere, to motivate you, to encourage you to become aware. All right. Now, I do want to make this this notice. I don't know if I'm going to announce it again, but as of right now, the collective earth, air, fire, and water signs, you are important. And I don't want you to ever forget this. I don't want you to downplay yourself. But I do need you to understand, my policy is no one gets left behind. And I'm not talking about, where we are protecting a bad seed. No, that's not what I mean. What I'm saying, if you are trying, if you are putting forth the effort, if you are showing up for yourself. All right, do you know how many times it took me to try to break a pattern? Do you know how many times I told myself that I would, quit nicotine? I'm on day 2, and it feels like 2 years done passed by. And I am not sitting, I have to use that as an example because I'm human. A lot of people don't even know that I had a nicotine, that I was a nicotine person. And it wasn't the fact that I was addicted to nicotine. That's what I enjoyed. And I was trying to prove to people that that's what I enjoy. But as much as people were against it, which made me very, very more of a rebel to do it, to to entertain nicotine even more was because the people who had an issue with my nicotine habit, they either had habits that was worse than mine, or their lifestyle was worse than mine, or their character was worse than mine. It wasn't, they were not living their true self. They were a liar. They were, it's just, those were my excuses to hold on to, my habit. And I'm not going to say like I've never not stopped the habit before. I have. You get what I'm saying? But this time, I will admit that this time with the nicotine habit, I didn't realize that I was creating one. So then when I was ready to quit, it was hard for me because when I got upset, I needed my nicotine. When I got frustrated, I needed my nicotine. When I ate something, I needed my nicotine. When I indulged in alcohol, I needed my nicotine. So when it comes to breaking a pattern and a cycle, it may not be easy for some of you, and you are not alone. So I don't want you to hold yourself back with certain patterns that no longer serve you, patterns that you know what the outcome is, which is disappointment, cycles where you go back to people, places, or things when you already know that you're going to be disappointed, and then you have to relive and revisit, the disappointment. But the disappointment is stronger than what it was previously. All right. So I want you to make aware when you're making your choices, when you catch yourself and you're saying, okay, is this healthy for me? Is this good for me? And some of you, your heart and your mind is saying, I'm going to break this pattern. You'll get there. Believe me, when you're ready to change, you'll change. And you know what helped me? Let me tell you what helped me, where I finally said, no more. I said, I'm done. I am done with this nicotine. And you know what? My son laughed. He cackled. I said, you don't believe me? Because he's heard me say multiple times, especially of 2024. I probably said that I was going to quit my nicotine habit more than 50 times. Okay? More than 50 times. And it got to the point when I realized, okay, I can't tell anyone else that I'm going to stop my nicotine habit. So what I'm going to say is eventually I'm going to stop my nicotine habit. And I realized that it became worse. So now I'm possessed by this habit. And I am sharing with you because I am human. And as I grow, I want you to grow. Okay? I feel good. I feel okay. I don't have any, what do you call it? Where you want to relapse. I don't have any like stressors to make basically I'm good. Okay? I'm good. You don't have to be worried. Is SGL going to get back to her nicotine habit? No, you don't have to worry about that. Now, I'm going to look into, I had a Puff Bar, and I was like, I wonder if this has nicotine in it. And I think all Puff Bars have nicotine in them. But I don't know. But I don't owe anyone an explanation. My whole purpose of me coming on here is to tell you that I don't want you to hold yourself back. I want you to truly be yourself and to truly be transparent, and to don't use that you're not perfect as an excuse, but I want you to walk into your transparency and not care about everyone else's opinion of you, because everyone else is living. And that's why I wanted to use my nicotine habit as an example, is because everyone had something to say about my nicotine habit, but they never spoke about, I was transparent. And they never, they didn't look their own selves in the mirror. You get what I'm saying? It was more so, Yeah. Well, we'll put the focus on you and tell you what your flaws is. But overall, yes, that is not a healthy habit. Oh, let me tell you what was my transition point. My transition point is I said when I shared it's a platform that I've been dabbling with, and there is a healer who said she said your energy health is important. And that was my moment. That was it. Even though health in general, you get what I'm saying? Our body makeups are different. So nicotine doesn't affect everybody the same. Like I said, you wouldn't know that I had a nicotine issue unless I allowed you in my personal space and you were able to see that I had a nicotine problem, basically smoking cigarettes, okay? So you guys, I didn't do tobacco. And people would look at me like, wow, she has a nice smile. Why does she have a nice smile and she has a nicotine problem? Mind you, I had my nicotine problem on my own personal time. I don't smoke nicotine at work. I don't do all that stuff. It's my personal thing. Well, it was. It's no longer. But this healer, she said, your energy health is important. And that was my moment. Even though, everything else, and I was just like, it impacted me. That was my moment. An unexpected moment where I said, I'm done. Because smoking nicotine does not make you feel good. There is no superpower or nothing. I said, yeah, I no longer want to feel sick. Because every time I smoked nicotine, it didn't make me feel energized. It didn't make me feel uplifted. It made me feel sick. It made me feel low vibrational. It made me feel it catered to the thoughts that I had connected to patterns and cycles. Okay. And it also entertained impulsiveness. So I want to encourage you, if you're able to identify certain habits that you have, I want you to understand. I want you to become aware that your energy health is important. And I no longer want you to disappoint yourself. So when the time is right, it will be, and shall it be. Now, let's go ahead and get to this update that I want to share with you. So I hope this finds you well. No shame in my journey that I'm sharing, because I am growing. I have grown so much, oh my goodness, over the years. Okay, I've had ups, I've had lows, I had downs, I've had where is myself, where I'm like, I need to find myself. Where am I? But look at the outcome this far. I am grateful and I am thankful. So yes, I hope this announcement and messages find you well. So I am checking in to see how you are doing, my collective earth, air, fire, and water signs. So my earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, welcome. My fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, welcome. My water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, welcome. And my air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, welcome. All 12 zodiac signs, you have a direct message specifically for your zodiac sign. And we will look into every zodiac sign's direct message. Be patient. Your zodiac sign reading will be uploaded individually. Aries, you are the first house. 12 houses, 12 zodiac sign equals 12 zodiac signs. Okay. I don't want anyone to feel lost. Your assignment is to look up the 12 zodiac houses and become familiar with each house. And your messages, matter of fact, I'm going to just help you out just a little bit so that as you do your research, you will be able to add to it. Let me find my index sheet. Let me see. Let's see. All right. Let me get back into my fluffy pillow. Okay. Let me see. The 12 houses. What did I do with them? Oh, goodness. Can you tell me? Okay, they're right here in my face. All right, so get your pen, pencil, or whatever. All right, so I had these on index sheets for a minute, and, I just put them to the side. But, all right, so the 12 zodiac signs in the order from 1 to 12 is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Then the other 6, so that's 1 through 6, and then 6 through 12 is Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Now, if you align them 1 through 6 and then line 6 through 12 side by side, it will then show you the opposite sign. So then Aries opposite sign is Libra, and then Taurus opposite sign is Scorpio, Gemini is Sagittarius, Cancers is Capricorns, Aquarius is Leos, and then Virgos is Pisces. So become familiar with that. So that is your sister brother sign. All right. And now I'm pertaining to the houses. Okay. Now the first house is about self and future. All right. Image, impressions you make with others. So it's self. Okay. And then the second house, hold on, let me put this phone down. So hopefully you guys can hear me still. Let me see, let me turn this phone up. Love you, love you, love you. All right, so the second house deals with value and possession. All right, that's Taurus house. The first house was Aries. It deals with self and future. Okay. Self-image, impressions you make of others. That's Aries house. The second house is Taurus. It's about value and possessions. All right. Personal resources. What makes you feel safe and secure. The third house is Gemini. Gemini house deals with communication. All right. It's about what you know, your surroundings, your siblings, familiar patterns. The fourth house is Cancer. It's about family and home life. Let me see. No, you know what? Yeah. It's about self and family. And about, I don't know why I put the past. Just disregard that part. And then the fifth house is Leo. Okay. And that's about, Leo's house deals with pleasure, children, chemistry, pleasing and chemistry and self-expression. The sixth house is Virgo. Virgo's house deals with health, productivity, service, and routines. All right. Now, You're going to go back up so that the 7 through 12 can align with 1 through 6, okay? So Libra is the 7th house, and it deals with partnerships and basically what you have and things of what you can bring to the world through others. The 8th house is transformation. Now also, the 8th house is about healing too. So keep that in mind. Beginnings and endings and crisis and transformation. The 9th house is Scorpio, and it deals with purpose, open-mindedness, philosophy, travel, expanded consciousness. The 10th house is Sagittarius. No, wait a minute. We skipped something. The 8th house. The 8th house is Scorpio. Deals with It's 8th house deals with beginnings and ends, transformations and crisis, and transformation. The 9th house is Sagittarius. Open mindfulness, philosophy, travel, expanded consciousness, and purpose. But I'm so guaranteed that Sagittarius is a healing house as well. So just put that as a little asterisk besides there, and that's your assignment to look more into that. The 10th house is Capricorn. It's about the public, and your public self, legacy, your social status. The 11th house is Aquarius. It's about social world, friends, how you relate to others, friendships. And the last house, 12th house, which is Pisces, and it's with the unconsciousness, fantasies, dreams. Okay? The unsubconscious. All right, so those are those houses. Since I have this in front of my in my hand right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you this. Let me give you the list to the retrograde so you guys can also be up to date with that. So Mercury is April the 21st to May 14th. Yeah. Don't worry, I have this written down, but I have to remember this. This is my assignment to remember, okay? And I had this literally just, it wasn't the right timing, but it's ready now. So your retrograde planets and dates. So Mercury is April 21st through May 14th. Pluto is May 1st to October 10th. Saturn is June 17th through November 4th. Neptune is June 30th to December 6th. Venus, July 22nd to September 3rd. Mercury, August 23rd to September 15th. Uranus, August 28th to January 26th. Jupiter, September 9th to December 30th. Mercury, December 12th through January 1st. Okay. And those are the dates for 2024. So I don't know if if it shifts. So that's your assignment to see if those are set retrogrades. Now, let's talk about the planets. Mercury, okay, is about working on old projects, backup work, avoid signing important documents. Pluto reflects on transformation, rebirths, and inner power. Saturn, focus on long-term goals, responsibilities, and ambitions. Neptune, strengthens spirituality, intuition, and creativity. Venus reassesses relationships, patterns, materialism, and money. Uranus focuses on your inner rebel, independence, and freedom. And Jupiter reevaluates faith, beliefs, morals, and gain and deeper insight. So those are some tools for you. Again, I hope all is well. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and try not to be overwhelmed when you don't have to be, because the things that we think is situations that we may tell ourselves are overwhelming. Since you are already familiar with those patterns and cycles, at this point, you should be able to overcome the part that's overwhelming. Okay? All inquiries, email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. Make sure you go check out our YouTube channel. You can find the YouTube handle by clicking that. It will take you over to YouTube. Or you can click one of the links in the description box when you get over there, right, to the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe so that you can be a part of the success and growth of the channel. And make sure that you are following the SGL Tarot podcast. I know that you can actively comment on your readings if you download Spotify and then subscribe to the SGL podcast. But just keep in mind, I don't charge for a subscription, so it is free to you. Okay? So that is a yay. You're not having to pay for anything at this time. Moving forward, what else? Did you hear that keyword? At this time. Yes, at this time. Let's see. Because I don't know how long we're going to use Spotify, because Spotify doesn't have the features that used to be available. They're changing, and their requirements are changing. So I have not yet found a new platform that I want to use, because the platform that I was using was Anchor, and then Spotify merged with Anchor, and then there's no more Anchor, and it's just Spotify, and I'm just like, what is going on? So definitely email me or download Spotify and subscribe to the SGL Tarot podcast and comment and let me know what application are you using on the website, or your phone, or your laptop, or your tablet, whatever device that you're using. Let me know, how are you able to listen to your sessions? How are you able to tune in? I want to know so that I can submit the RSS feed. All right. I'm not just coming on here just to be press and record. No, I want every session to feel one-on-one. Okay. And what I love, what's so authentic about this, is that I can continue to be transparent and, hey, we got this. We got this, collective, because I'm a part of the collective too. I love you. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle. Till we meet again.